Hello students, good evening. Welcome back to our foundation lectures on mathematics. In our previous class, we have started with a new chapter on exponents and power. So today we'll continue the discussion with the same topic and let me revise the concepts whatever we have discussed briefly, and then we'll go ahead with learning the laws of exponents. So first of all, we have discussed exponents. What is meant by an exponent form? Exponent form or power form. That means that is a shorthand notation used for repetitive multiplication, isn't it? Here 8 square, 8 into 8. Whenever we need to multiply 8 two times, we will represent it by 8 power 2. Similarly, if you have to multiply say 4 3 times with itself, then you will represent it by 4 power 3. Means the number which you are multiplying repetitively is called as the base, and the number of times you are multiplying, that is called as an exponent. Here 3 is an exponent, and here 8 is the base and 2 is the exponent, or we will also call as index or power. So a power 7 means a multiplied with itself 7 times. X power 6 means x multiplied with itself 6 times. And then let's see some laws. Okay, x square into x cube. This is in the form of a power into a power n, which we have discussed in our previous class. This we could write it as a power m plus n. That is, the exponents gets added up whenever the base is same. And if you are trying to multiply two numbers in exponent form where the base is same, then the exponents gets added up simply. Base would remain the same, because see, x square into x cube. X square is x times x and x cube is x times x. So this is x power x multiplied with itself 5 times. So you could write it as x power 5. So simply whenever the bases are same, you will add the exponents, keeping the base as the same. So these are the laws what you need to remember for this entire chapter. Okay, if you are thorough with these laws, then you are good with this chapter. The first law is x power 1 is equal to x. Okay, that is x multiplied only 1 times. And then x power 0 is 1. That is, anything raised to the power 0 is 1, except when base is x should not be equal to 0, and x power 0 is always 1 whenever the base is raised 0 times. Okay, remember this one. Here x should not be equal to 0. 0 power 0 is undefined. 0 power 0 is undefined. Okay, this is a philosophical question, so don't bother about this. 0 power 0 is, for time being, memorize it as undefined. Okay, and let's delve into these laws. So to start with, see the first 3 laws: x power 1 is equal to x, x power 0 is equal to 1, and x power minus 1 is equal to 1 by x. X power minus 1 means, see, whenever there are negative exponents, you will use it to represent a reciprocal. So for example, if you have to represent a reciprocal 1 by x, you will represent it by x power minus 1. If you have to represent a 1 by x square, you will represent the same with negative exponent. Okay, you know what is meant by an exponent in numerator. Now if exponent, the number in exponent form in the denominator, then in the numerator you could rewrite it by just changing the sign of the exponent. Similarly, what would be 1 by 4 cube? 1 by 4 cube you could write it as 4 power minus 3. Okay, so we will be doing many examples as well, don't worry in case if you are not getting it. So 5 power minus 1 is 1 divided by 5. 5 power minus 2, it is 1 divided by 5 divided by 5. And we have learned this law: x power m times x power n is equal to x power m plus n. Okay, so that is, when the bases are same, if you are multiplying two numbers with the same base, then their exponents would get added up. And then whenever you are dividing two numbers with the same base, then what happens is simply you need to subtract their exponents. The base would remain the same, okay, that is x power 4 by x square. So this is equivalent to x power 4 minus 2. Simply you need to subtract their exponents. In case of multiplication, the exponents gets added up. In case of division, the exponents you will take the difference. So remember that x by x is equal to 1. So every time you see an x above the line and 1 below the line, you can cancel them out, okay. So this law also shows you why x power 0 is 1. Why? Because see, x power m by x power m, what is this? You could write this as x power m minus m. But what is x power m minus m? That is x power 0. But clearly you could see that these two would get cancelled and you will be getting 1. Okay. So x power 0 is always 1, whatever may be the base, except 0. Why x cannot be 0 means if x is 0, then what you are trying to do is you are trying to divide 0 with 0. 0 with 0 is undefined in mathematics. Okay, students. So except for x equal to 0, for all other bases x power 0 is 1. And then law that x power m whole power n is equal to x power mn. See, let's learn this through example. X cube whole power 4. What is x cube whole power 4? X cube means x into x into x. Whole power 4 means repeatedly you are multiplying the same thing 4 times. So in total, if you count these x's, you will be getting 12. So that is nothing but x power 12 in shorthand notation or in the power notation, right? So what is x power 12? If you will observe that, that is simply the multiplication of 3 into 4. Okay. So suppose if you are given an example 2 power 3 whole square. So what you need to do is simply you will be multiplying their exponents, the 3 into 2. So you will be getting 2 power 6. So remember this law as well. X power m whole power n is equal to x power mn. And then xy whole power n is equal to x power n y power n. See, let's see how do we get this. That is, we could split the terms. See, xy whole cube, say for example, xy whole cube means what? Xy times xy times xy. Okay. And you know that in multiplication you could rearrange the numbers because the result doesn't change, isn't it? 2 into 3 is equal to 3 into 2. Right? So similar way, let's rearrange this xy into xy into xy. Okay, now let's rearrange all the x's to one side and all the y's to one side. So then you will get x into x into x into y into y into y. But if you will group the first 3 terms, that is x cube, and if you will group the next 3 terms, then that is y cube. Okay, so xy cube, we could write it as x cubed times y cube. So in general, xy whole power n is equal to x power n times y power n. Okay, students. Are you guys understanding this, whatever I am discussing? Just please let me know in case if you are having any difficulty in understanding. And then the law x by y whole power n is equal to x power n by y power n. What is this? See, again let's learn this through example. X by y whole cube. X by y whole cube means what? It is repetitive multiplication of x by y 3 times with itself. So x by y times x by y times x by y. Okay. So let's multiply. Then in the numerator, you know how to multiply the fractions, right? How do you multiply fractions? A by b into c by d. This is simply AC by BD. That is, you will multiply the numerators and then you will multiply the denominators, isn't it? So x by y times x by y times x by y. This is x into x into x. That is multiplication of the numerators, and y into y into y, that is multiplication of the denominators. But x into x into x, you could write it as x cube in power notation, and y into y into y, again in power notation you could write it as y cube. So again, so if you will generalize, x by y whole power n is equal to x power n upon y power n. Okay students, so 2 by 3 whole cube, if you are having, this is simply 2 cube by 3 cube, and 2 cube is 8 and 3 cube is 27. Till here, are you having any doubts? Srinidhi, Nihal, till whatever I have discussed so far, are you having any doubts? Okay, Nandan, Srinidhi and Nihal. Okay. Now, this is the most important law. X power m by n. X power m by n is equal to nth root of x power m or nth root of x whole power m. So first of all, let's discuss this in a more simple way. See, example, look at this, x power m by n. X power m by n. In the power there is m by n. You could write this as m into 1 by n. Isn't it? M into 1 by n. But we have learned one law. What is that? A power m whole power n is equal to a power mn. Okay, so whenever there is a product, you could write this as x power m whole power 1 by n as well. Isn't it? And anything to the power like this, we'll call this as nth root of a. For example, a power 1 by 2. This we'll call it as square root of a. Square root of a. Similarly, a power 1 by 3, we'll call it as cube root of a. Similarly, power 1 by n means the notation is this one or this one, that is nth root of a. Okay. So, this we could rewrite it as x power m whole power 1 by n. So, this is nothing but nth root of x power m. Okay, students, nth root of x power m. So, for example, let's look at some example like, say, what is 4 power 3 by 2. See, 4 power 3 by 2, we could write this as 4 power 3 into 1 by 2. And the same we could rewrite it as 4 cube whole power 1 by 2. But what is 4 cube? That is 64. 64 whole power 1 by 2. So, this is square root of 64. Square root of 64 is 8. Okay. So, in this way we could use this law. So, x power m by n, that is nothing but nth root of x power m. Similarly, we could think this law in other way. You could think like this, x power, instead of writing m by n as m into 1 by n, you could write this as 1 by n times m. And so this, again using this law, you could rewrite this as x power 1 by n whole power m. Okay. So this is nth root x whole power m. So you will get this. So both are same. Nth root of x power m or nth root of x raised to the power m times. You would be getting the same thing. Say you could see at this example, 4 power 3 by 2. 4 power 3 by 2, you could also write it as 4 power 1 by 2 into 3. So this is 4 power 1 by 2 whole cube. What is 4 power 1 by 2? We could simplify, that is square root of 4. Square root of 4 we could write it as 2. And 2 raised to the power 3. So this is 8. So we are getting the same answer. So x power m by n is equal to nth root of x power m or nth root x whole power m. Whatever it is convenient for you, you try to use this, because our job is for simplification purpose we are using all these laws. So whichever is convenient for you, you try to apply these laws. Okay students. So the order does not matter. So it also works for m by n is equal to 1 by n times m, as I discussed. So now let's get back to the table. Okay, so the first one is, these are the laws, and this is the essence of this entire chapter. If you are good with this, then you are done. X power 1 is equal to x, okay, and then x power 0 is 1, x power minus 1, the negative exponents mean you will simply take the reciprocal, flip the sign and take the reciprocal. So for example, if you are given 5 power minus 3, what you will do? Just consider the reciprocal of this with the positive exponent, okay, and you know how to evaluate 5 cube, you will get 125. Okay, students, so whenever you come across negative exponent, just take its reciprocal, flip the sign. If it is negative, consider it as positive. And then we have discussed these laws. X power m times x power n is equal to x power m plus n. X power m by x power n is equal to x power m minus n. And then x power m whole power n is equal to x power mn. Xy whole power n is equal to x power n y power n. X by y whole power n is equal to x power n by y cube. And then x power minus n. See here again, there is a negative sign in the exponent. So what you need to do? Just take its reciprocal and flip the sign of the exponent. So x power minus n, this would become 1 upon x power n. Okay, students. So let's look at some examples. Till now, do you have any doubts in understanding these laws? Are you comfortable with these laws? Okay. Now students, tell me these things. What is 2 power 8 by 2 power 5? 2 power 8 by 2 power 5. What do we do this? See here, the bases are same, isn't it? So here you need to use the formula x power m by x power n is equal to x power m minus n. Since bases are same, you need to take the difference of the exponent. So this would become 2 power 8 minus 5, which is equal to 2 power 3. So this is the usage of x power m by x power n. And then can you tell me what is minus 2 whole power 0? Minus 2 whole power 0. Anything raised to the power 0 would be 1.